Hello everybody, good evening ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and others. Well, I thought I'd do a little video for you, just to have a little bit of a catch up. Currently I'm sat in the garden, as you can see, enjoying the nice view, having a little barbecue. Disposable. You might be wondering why there's only one burger on there. That's because we've eaten everything else, and there's just one burger left that kind of cooked a little bit too slowly, and I've got a little beer, so everything's fine. I hope you're all good. I've got to say, it's a little I don't know, it's getting a bit stir crazy now, really. I would imagine everyone's feeling exactly the same. Can you see the tan I've got? Look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh, I got absolutely burnt, and I'm peeling. So my nose is peeling, look, can you see? My forehead's peeling. I got really badly burnt, because a couple of days ago I decided that my daily exercise should involve walking through the forest and to the edge of the peninsula, and then back, which turned out to be a 6-hour walk. And I realised something, that there's a conspiracy going on in the Isle of Skye. It's all lies. All of it is lies. The weather forecast said 13 degrees it would be. 13 degrees. It was not 13 degrees. It was more like 30 degrees. And I burnt to a crisp. Like, genuinely burnt to a crisp. I was in so much pain. Like, literally last 2 nights I've maybe had about 3 hours sleep each night. What's really weird about sunburn is that you feel really cold after you sunburn. So the first night, when was this? Thursday, Friday? What day does it say? Sunday. Friday, after the walk, I got back and I was shivering. I was so cold, and it's such a strange feeling, being absolutely shivery cold when your body's on fire. So cheers. So that was interesting, and then yeah, you try and fall asleep, and obviously you can't move a lot because every time you move it's like ow, ow, ow. And then you manage to fall asleep and you wake up in the middle of the night and you forget that you're sunburnt, and because you forget, you move, and then straight away it's like, ah! Hang on, let me just turn this burger round. There we go.
Come out for dinner to see if the beers are in there.
Oh, I've put the last one in the fridge.
In the fridge?
Yeah.
Boys, say hello, check you in the knife.
Oh, bless, thank you. So yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the burger's probably nearly done anyway. Barbecue, that's another thing. Barbecue cooking, what is that all about? Like, barbecue seems like such a good idea if you think about it. It's like, oh yeah, it's nice weather, we'll go outside, we'll have nice barbecue. The food never tastes as good on a barbecue as in the oven, because, well, maybe especially on a disposable barbecue, I guess, but like, the outside burns and the inside's undercooked, and so then you have to keep cooking it on the outside. And oh, that's lovely, that is. I tell you what, let me just put that slightly to one side so that it can just cook gently. Oh, everything's on fire. Ooh, right, it's all on fire now. Yeah, so set fire to the rain. See what I did there? Yeah, so it's really strange because, like, it just you know, and then you've got to cook it more, and then the outside gets even more burnt, and then it just doesn't taste very nice. The inside tastes lovely, but you kind of end up just like, oh, okay, I've just got to, I can't throw the burnt bit out, so I've got to eat that, and it just kind of makes just like eating charcoal. Yeah, strange on barbecues. That's probably why I don't really have barbecues. It's a little bit like why I don't have baths. Well, obviously it's not the same because you don't burn in a bath. Well, technically you do, really, because it's that hot. Anyway, moving swiftly on, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I got a new job. I got a job in a guillotine factory. I'll be heading over there soon. I'll be heading over there soon. Do you get it? Do you get it? Guillotine Factory. Oh, do you know what? I do make myself chuckle sometimes. Enough of that. Anyway, no, in all seriousness, I'm writing a book. I've started writing a book about upholstery. So far, so good. Oh dear, do you know what? You know what, right? I'm not even drunk. This is actually my first beer. No, actually, it's my second beer, but I had my first one about an hour ago, so I'm literally not drunk. I think this is just the impact of of being on lockdown for so long. Oh, hang on, right. Seeing as though the fire has gone out a little bit, let me put the burger back onto that side. Ooh, that's looking lovely. That's nearly ready to go. Yeah, I don't know like how you all feel, but I'm kind of at the point now where I'm desperately trying to think of things to do to keep me motivated. It's such a strange thing, this lockdown. I don't know, it's like part of me thinks to myself, do you know what, I'm going to get out of bed nice and early so that I make the most of my day, but there's nothing to do. So what's the point? What's the point of making the most of the day? If you get up early to make the most of your day, you end up just having longer of the day to sit around eating and then doing very little. On the bright side, my hair's getting a bit longer again after that madness that was called shearing it all off. So yeah, it's starting to look a little bit more respectable now again, more civilised, because I realised I was well, I mean, it wasn't expertly done, to be honest with you, when I did it. Yeah, maybe if I'd have had a genuine proper barber to do it, that would have been okay. But anyway, for those of you that don't know, if you look on my YouTube channel, if you haven't looked so far, I know I'm doing these little blogs for you, but I'm also doing actual rehearsals for the Handsworth Community Choir, and episodes 3 and 4 of that are completely generic, so you don't need any music. It's not music specific, it's not choir specific, it's just a good old sing along, and learning some new songs. We've done Run by Snow Patrol, we've done the one I uploaded today was Let It Be by the Beatles, and My Girl by the Temptations. So if you fancy having a little sing along of those, look at the HCC virtual choir rehearsals episodes 3 and 4. And join in on those. That'd be really, really good. Anyway, enough about me. Tell me about yourselves. Oh, well, that's fascinating. That was nice to hear, to be fair. I wonder how many of you actually spoke at the computer or at your phones then, and answered me. Can you imagine if there was a way of me actually hearing you do that? That'd be fantastic. Anyway, I hope you're all having lovely weather down there. I have very much enjoyed these last 2 or 3 days of lovely weather. I'm going to go for a walk later. I've got this fabulous torch. It's only about that big, but it's got the power of 2,500 lumens, whatever lumens are, I don't know. Who knows what that actually means. I wonder whether that means 2,500 candles. One of you, or maybe more than one of you, probably knows what lumens are and what that means, but it sounds really good, and they are very, very strong. Like when people say, oh, it's the equivalent of 1 million candles. Well, I'm not being funny. I guess it depends on the candle, because if you get those little tea lights, well, they don't make a lot of light either. it's like when people talk about, you know, in cars, they talk about horsepower. You know, what horsepower is your car? Oh, my car's 250 horsepower. Well, it depends on... Well, that depends on how big the horse is and whether it's got all 4 legs. Because I'm not being funny, right? If my car has got 100 horsepower, but 100 fully grown 4-legged horses of power, it's going to be better than someone who's got a 500 horsepower horse, but 500 horses that have only got 2 legs and can't run. So, I don't know. It's a bit of a strange one, that is, measuring things by horsepower. Have any of you ever thought to yourselves that I waffle about absolute nonsense? Because sometimes I do genuinely think to myself, I do go on a bit about like absolute rubbish. But you know what it is? It pops into my head every now and again. Like I'll just get this like boop pops in my head, and then I have to say it. It's like, I don't know. Anyway, listen to the wildlife. Oh, it's just stopped. Just as I said it was going. They were going crazy then. Some birds going. Oh. Ah, yeah. It's like crow wars outside. Anyway, look, enough of me. I just wanted to check that you're all okay, and I obviously I want you to all, you know, see my handsome face, because I've got no one to show my face to. There's no point in me having a face, really. I hope you are genuinely all well, and I hope you're all managing to avoid the virus, and I hope you're managing to stay mentally strong in this crazy situation, because it really is hard. I always thought that I'd be great, literally being away from from everyone, and not having anyone to talk to or to see. I thought I'd be fantastic at that, and I realise I'm not. I need to see people. Yeah. Well, those of you who've got my number, don't call me, because I don't normally answer the phone, to be honest with you. But if you want to text me, I'd love you to text me, genuinely. If you haven't got my number, ask one of the committee. They've got my number, and just drop me a text. Just say hello. I'll message you back. It'd be nice to hear from you, and I'd like to say thank you to those who have already messaged me, either by email or by text. It's lovely to have a bit of communication here and there. So that'd be fun. So that's fantastic. And till we meet again, I'll keep doing these little video blogs, chatting absolute rubbish as always, and I'll let you know how my new job in the guillotine factory goes. Anyway, as they say in Scottish, ach de nu, bye bye.